Hello everyone, welcome to Teacher Grace YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about ions. We'll cover the two types of ions. We'll also define mass number and we'll also define atomic number. Ions are taught in integrated science grade 8 as well as chemistry form 2. Therefore, what is an ion? An ion is a charged particle. Remember, we talked about an atom and we said for protons to be equal to electrons, the atom has to be neutral. So the moment the atom gets a charge, it changes its name from an atom to an ion. So an ion is a charged particle that is typically as a result of loss or gain of electrons. Underline this term. We don't lose or gain protons, but we lose or gain electrons. So we have two types of ions. So we have anions and we have cations. So anions, they are negatively charged ions, or they are negatively charged particles. Anions are negatively charged, while cations are positively charged. So by the end of this lesson, you should be in a position to define what is an ion, what is an anion, and what is a cation. So an ion is a charged particle, and it is formed when an atom loses or gains an electron. And as a result of either losing or gaining electrons, we form two types of ions. We either form an anion or we form a cation. Then, having defined an ion, so we've said that an ion is a charged particle. So, and the charge can either be positive or negative. We have two types of ions, that is a negatively charged ion and a positively charged ion. So, the negatively and the positively charged ions have different names. Cations. A cation is a positively charged ion. Then you can see an example of a cation. Sodium as an atom, which is electrically neutral. Then sodium as an ion, when it has lost one electron, it becomes a positively charged ion. So which atoms lose electrons and which atoms gain? Remember, you have talked about groups of atoms in the periodic table from group 1 to group 8. So from group 1 to group 3, atoms which have 1 electron, 2 electrons, and 3 electrons in the outermost energy level, they form ions by losing electrons. Then we have anions. Anions are negatively charged ions, and they are formed as a result of gaining electrons. Which elements gain electrons? From the periodic table, elements which are in group 5, 6, and 7. I've not talked about group 4 because group 4 can either lose 4 electrons or gain 4 electrons. So the energy required to lose 4 or gain 4 is equal. So looking at group 1, 2, and 3, for group 1 atom to gain, it will require to gain 7 electrons. A lot of energy will be needed, but losing 1 electron is easier. So when you talk about cations and anions, kindly students know that group 1, 2, and 3, they gain electrons. Group 5, 6, and 7, they lose electrons. In short, group 1, 2, and 3 are cations. When it comes to ions, and group 5, 6, and 7 are anions. Then from there, looking at this one, we can calculate the number of electrons present in a charged particle by getting the proton number by the charge. That one can give us the number of electrons. Sorry guys. So looking at this, the number of protons, 12. When you take 12 minus 2, protons are 12 because we said protons represent the atomic number. Then the charge will be 12 minus 2, you will get 10. You can finish up the rest, then let me have the answer. For chlorine here we have 17. So thank you for listening to Teacher Grace. I hope you have learned something. Now you can finish up these questions, compute for the number of electrons following the what do we call it, the formula that we have listed on our previous slide. Kindly calculate this one. This is sulfur, this is sodium, this is chlorine, this is manganese, and this is copper. Get the atomic numbers, then you will easily get the number of protons from that. Then write the charge, you can see it clearly, then calculate for the number of electrons. Have a nice time. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe, turn on the notification bell, tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank you. Bye bye.